Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Thank you, Umar. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And moving quickly to the career history you were asking about. So let's start with my education first. I did my graduation in science, followed it up by a 1 year postgraduate diploma in business administration from Punjab University IBA department, and then I did my masters in business administration with majors in marketing. After doing that, I was fortunate enough to switch to the multinational circuit of Pakistan. I joined a company called Reckitt Benckiser. At that time, it was known as Reckitt & Coleman. I worked in that. This company is a UK-based FMCG group with global presence and a leadership in household home care products. I worked over there in various capacities like management trainee, assistant brand manager, acting category manager. The last year was I switched to sales on a developmental role as a regional sales manager, so directly managing, apart from brand management, the sales and distribution, operations planning, sales planning, and all that side, SNOP processes and all. So the brands I managed over there were Cherry Blossom. It's a regional brand. Then I moved to a global category, pest control, where the brands were Mortein, Piff Paff. Apart from that, I managed the air care category and briefly managed Harpic as well. So around 5 years in Reckitt, 4 years marketing, 1 year sales. It was a good mix. This is that I moved out of Pakistan and went to join another group, which is a Middle East biggest FMCG group. Globally, it's worth over $10 billion. I think one fifth of the size of Coca-Cola company. I worked over there for 5 years, managing the juices, nectar, soft drinks plant. It has another division which is into dairy, so the milk, flavored milk, so milkshakes, these things were also a part of my portfolio. In addition, I switched to the frozen food category. So over there I was managing frozen food business of IFCO with the brands called Khalij. Khalij and Hayat. They were the two brands. So 5 years in IFCO, and then again got lucky, extremely lucky, to get an option to work into world's biggest beverage company, the Coca-Cola Export Corporation, and it's Euro. So joined it. Sprite was my brand. Worked over there. It was a direct hiring from Turkey. Later I again moved to Dubai. Worked for American Garden. Then moved to East Africa with the Dal Food Group. This is the biggest group in East Africa. Again in FMCG, it's $2 billion plus group. It's one of the biggest Coca-Cola bottlers also in Africa, and into dairy plant, just like Nestle in Pakistan and Middle East. So this is a very brief history. If I summarize it, then within FMCG marketing and sales, it's around like 18 to 19 years. And there are 3.5 years also in a real estate property development marketing, managing on a global level, managing the residential projects, the commercial projects, events, exhibition, corporate communications, and all that. So that was a big Abu Dhabi based group. I headed the marketing of that group. Its name was Alfara Group. So this is it. Out of all that 22, 23 years, 18 years is in, I worked in a senior management role, and the 5 years is in a middle management role. Again, from another perspective, another context, I have like 10 to 11 years I was based in Pakistan. Then another like 10 plus years in UAE, managing the Gulf markets and the whole Middle East Africa region. With Coca-Cola, I was managing the Southern Eurasia region, which is the Central Asian markets also. And then the last 3.5 years were in East Africa, based in Sudan, managing that region. That's it from my career side. uh, about uh, about some honors and awards. Yeah, I need to mention that. I won the Alfara Group's biggest star award out of its like over 1700 employees while leading its marketing function. I was the winner of Best Brand Manager Award, won the Best Regional Sales Manager Award while working in Reckitt. Then the winner of one of my campaign got selected uh, and won the Advertising and Media Excellence Award from New York. This is still the highest award in the past 65 years history of Pakistan Advertising Society. It was a print campaign for Mortine Odelis. From the academic side, I won my university's top two awards. The one was called Excellence Award, which is in academics, and the other one was called Leadership Award, which is based on performance. And okay, on the training and courses, I got a training of digital marketing from Quirk, South Africa. It's a part of the WPP group. That digital marketing training consists of like 5-6 modules, which has the mobile section, which is the social marketing section, the SEO management, the website, the content development, and all that. It was a good course. Then there was a course from Kantar on marketing proficiencies and KPIs. Apart from that, there was a very good course from the great the Daniel Adams and Company USA. It was a course on global brand management. It was actually a complete workshop. I have completed the module 1 and module 2 of that, and obviously by working on global brands and the regional brands, I got a chance, whatever I learned in that course, to implement it also in various regions. Then there were integrated marketing communication, presentation skills, strategic marketing courses from Coca-Cola. There was advertising and consumer promotion course from LUMS Pakistan, and then there was a media planning, buying, training for transformation, negotiation skill courses from Reckitt Benckiser also. So that's something about my courses. If I talk about a little bit about my personality, I stand for strategic planning, brand management and brand development, as well as the teamwork and self-accountability. My personality is I'm a bit analytical, I go into details, dependable also, and very honest and caring, value integrity. Without it, I think in today's world this is very important. So with all these values and the personality traits, what I deliver is a sustainable growth for whatever company I worked, alhamdulillah, so far. That's the key thing about myself. Thank you. Your question, second question, which is like 3 things would people be surprised to learn about me. Okay, so I'll start with I am a patient teacher who also has the mind of a keen student. It is a continuous improvement process, we all know, so I am always ready to learn and take my learning graph up. The second thing is my father's professional competence, integrity and simplicity has greatly influenced my own personality development. So these integrity, simplicity is in me. I am also, maybe many will be a bit surprised, I am good in racket sports. I was the under 16 Punjab's runner-up in badminton, was a member of Sheikh Zayed University squash team in Dubai till the age of 41, and of course apart from these things, my beautiful family and professional work are the 2 loves of my life. Question number 3 was about the achievements on both personal and professional level. So on a personal side, I value my relationship with my family, siblings and friends, where I enjoy mutual respect and happiness, and at peace with my own personality. I feel this is a good achievement. It makes me happy and content. On professional level, my professional success was when I moved to IFCO UAE back in 2002. That was my first international assignment out of Pakistan on a beverage brand, which is, we all know, a very difficult category. So within 2.5 years, it was a total revamp in terms of positioning, and then of course aligned to that positioning, the differentiation I brought and formulations, packaging and pricing, communication, distribution, etc. It was a huge success, and basis that I got the job in Coca-Cola Export Corporation also. So it was a good acknowledgement from that context. Question number 4 was about what are the important areas in personal and professional development on which I am focusing. Okay, on a personal level, start with the personal level again. I feel there are so many things to improve. However, the communication is a very important factor to continuously improve on it. Whether it's learning a new language, which at the moment I'm focusing on, or counseling your kids, or listening attentively to other parties' perspective before reacting to something which I find incorrect and unfair. So, another close area here is to avoid emotional outbursts. So these are the areas where I'm personally working on language and controlling the emotions. On a professional side, technology is, I believe, very quickly replacing itself. So for me, it is important to be savvy with all the modules of digital marketing. It helps me a lot in strategy formulations and giving better marketing solutions, and it also improves whatever the budgets I am managing, the ROIs of that. It helps me to improve that. So digital marketing, its courses, it's important, I believe, to move on with the time. Thank you. Yes, the next question is about what do I have the message for aspiring marketeers and entrepreneurs. Okay, for both of these, my number one thing is don't lose trust on your abilities. Stick to good work ethics, and remember, if you are right, that doesn't mean the other one is wrong, but trust on yourself. Apart from that, in addition, remember an earlier formula for success was known as DAD. That's DAD, define and deliver equal success. But for modern marketeers with more challenging work environments and so many new technologies and things coming up, it becomes DOC, that is DOC, that is define, over deliver, and claim to get success. If you don't claim, someone else will always be there in the professional world to jump in. By claim, I doesn't mean claiming it in a negative manner, so always be positive in a right manner, and whatever legitimate and legal with you and what are your achievements, don't hesitate to claim and present these to the management that this is what you did. There are people who get quiet, deliver things quietly, and never acknowledged, so don't be in that position. Lastly, always respect and listen to your mentors and seniors, both teachers and professional leaders. Obviously, not to forget your wife also. She's the biggest mentor always, apart from a mother. So, on a serious note, they have a big contribution in making you what you are today. So in general, I like challenges. So, love to take up new roles and work in new categories. Even during my professional phase, I successfully switched from a classical FMCG brand management to a totally new real estate property management industry, and did good over there. So anything targeted to consumers is okay, to consumers, as far as it is healthy. By that I mean I prefer not to work for tobacco companies, alcoholic beverages, or things which are not good for health. So I am a bit health conscious person, so would like to go for these kind of things and healthy things, and of course the things that bring convenience to your life. I love the things that bring convenience to life, but then they still stick to the traditional aspect. So it's a kind of a modern products. The last question, responsibilities do I believe we have towards our community. So Yeah, we must practice as well as teach our children religious and racial tolerance. This is very important, I believe, in today's world. Apart from that, we need to care about cleanliness and empathy. That's it. Thank you for listening and giving me this opportunity, Umar. Thank you very much. Best wishes to you always and take care. Assalamu alaikum.